Uh, Hello everyone. Uh, you saw the title. That's probably why you clicked on. There's gonna be spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers for this movie, yeah, you might want to click off. And if this video is just randomly playing and you have no clue what movie I'm talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yes, this is a review of that movie. I am home now from watching that movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Um, and I'm gonna be talking about it, my thoughts on it, and crap. Um, First off, Drax. Okay, you know how earlier on. Okay, wait, how am I gonna angle this? All right. Okay, let's hope my phone doesn't fall. Okay, I don't have a camera yet. No, no shit. You can see. Um. Anyway, no, but seriously, Drax, like in the past movie or two, in the past movies, the holiday special, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, um I th- oh, and Infinity War. Uh they dumbed him down like a lot. I will say he's gotten smarter kind of. He's still full of humor, which I like, but like I don't like a lot of humor, not a lot. But yeah, they dumbed him down. All right. What's next? Mantis. She was awesome this film. There's this scene where like they're in, oh god, what was the planet called? But it was like the world that is made out of flesh or something like that. It was made by the High Evolutionary. Yeah, he. Oh god, that planet sucks ass. But there's this part where Mantis is like trying to get into a guard, and she touches the guy like this, and or like somewhere on the upper body. He's like, they're like, she's like, you're madly in love with him, and points towards Drax, and then the guard falls madly in love with Drax. It's probably one of the funniest scenes in the movie, and like Drax is like, oh, not again. I think he actually says that, not again, meaning that happened many times in the past. Um. All right. So no. Gamora. She's more aggressive. Like actually, like not even fucking kidding. Um. But yeah. Um. No, I didn't curse there. YouTube, please don't demonetize me, or not demonetize. Don't flag my video. But yeah, um, Gamora is way more aggressive. She constantly, I don't want to say beats up because I don't want to mislead you, but like she doesn't like know anything because it's like, oh man, come on, it's the not the one that Peter loved, or the one that loved Peter in the Guardians movie. Like she does not remember Peter at all. But she basically doesn't remember him at all. There's this one scene where she basically pushes him into a freaking glass thing, and the glass thing shatters, and it's in his ship. But like then she like almost murders his ass. I'm not even freaking kidding. He like basically has escaped death so many times in this film. Rocket. No, not Rocket yet. You know what? No, fuck. I mean, frick it, Rocket. His backstory, sad as hell, messed up as hell. Um, and like it's so odd seeing like in not like a Deadpool film like all the graphic crap that happens in this film, but like oh my god. Um, so Rocket eventually like proves that he's smarter than the High Evolutionary, and like, so then the High Evolutionary gets pissed and like um basically shows him like experiments and crap, like turning like animals into humans, and it's just freaking insane. And so there's this point where he's like, I didn't even remember what the hell, like the molecule in the freaking, sorry, I've like really bad like talking, but like, yeah, I'm bad at talking. Okay, like, deal with it. Why am I getting off track? I have ADHD. Yeah, but there's this thing where like, I don't know the molecule in like the molecule in like the body. It's like, I think, I don't know what it is called, but he's like, how do you know about this, Rocket? And like, I didn't know about it. How did you know? And like sends him off and like says that the animals getting turned into humans are gonna get sent to a new planet, which is the is it a copy of Earth? Is that what it's called, or is it I know it's a C. Freaking, I was gonna say terraformed Earth, even though Earth is already terraformed. No, but yeah, it's a copy of Earth, but it's animals instead. And that Rocket, Lila, and like Lila's a otter, I think. But yeah, Rocket and Lila and this walrus named Teeths. Yeah, Teeths. It's not Tooths because they can't. I think it's either Teeths or Tooths. But yeah, and then there's this person that's like this. I think it's a rabbit or a bunny. I don't want to be like stupid here, but it's one of those two. Like called Floor. Like they're everyone in there is like messed up. Yeah, but like Rocket, like, or like, I don't want to say baby, Kid Rocket, um freaking like forms a bond with them, and then like Rocket like gathers materials that make something, like he like makes all by himself a card to get himself out of his own cell, and then he opens up the cell of Lila and like Teeths or Tooths, um and then Lila gets shot and like dies right in front of him. Um, and then like Rocket is like so pissed he starts screaming, and then eventually, like, he like completely snaps and like looks behind him, and then he sees that Teeth and Floor are dead because like apparently they got, or no, wait, this is after but yeah, okay, yeah, now you know. So Rocket goes to town. By town, I mean like completely tears apart the freaking High Evolutionary space. Oh my god! You don't see like the aftermath until like towards the end of the movie. Like he's got his whole nose missing. He's like no flesh on his face. Oh my god, it's gruesome. It's like not more gruesome than like Deadpool, but like one of the most gruesome Marvel like things ever. Like, oh my god, I think I probably would have puked if I saw that like in real life. I would have been like, oh, that's yeah, you know. um yeah, so Rocket snaps, he tears off his face. Guards come in and like shoot at Rocket, but like Rocket basically, I think it's Rocket that murders them, but yeah, Rocket escapes. He looks behind him and then sees Teeth or Tooth and like Floor are dead. They got shot. Oh my gosh, like that's devastating. I'm not gonna like get emotional, I think, during this video, but that's because like I don't want to cry again. Even though I didn't cry in theaters, I promise I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I don't even remember. I'm kidding. Um, no, there were parts that were sad that like got me teared up, like having that like one tear roll down my face, and like, oh, never mind. But yeah. Anyway, then you move on to the story where like Okay. No, okay, this review is all over the place. Like, don't get mad at me. Like, I know you're hearing this now if you're even watching this, but you're hearing this now. This review is gonna be all over the place. Okay, but like back to in line with the story. Um, Adam Warlock shows up at nowhere. I know, like nowhere. What the frick is like the name of a planet called Nowhere? Like, oh yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, bruh. Like, actually though, like if you're saying I'm in the middle of nowhere, where do you mean? Like you're like nowhere? Like it's so confusing. Anyway, Adam Warlock goes to nowhere and like completely fricks the place up. He goes there to retrieve Rocket for the High Evolutionary and ends up uh snapping snapping Mantis's arm in like half and freaking yeah, snapping Mantis's arm basically in half, but like not breaking it off. Obviously, not that gruesome. It like completely breaks the bone, like here or some crap. Um, completely disabling Nebula for a good minute. Um, killing Rocket or putting him in like a yeah, basically killing Rocket. Well, he stays alive, but like he's in like a he like can't talk. He like not a coma or it could be a coma. I don't know. It's fucking depressing, but yeah. So they get messes up everyone. By the way, like everyone. They decapitate Groot. I know he dies again. By dies, I mean like he gets his head chopped off. Everyone like in the theater at the time thought he was dead. Even I thought he was dead. I was like, oh come on, for the third time, what the hell? Um, but yeah, I was like, you killed him off for the third time. This one isn't fun. And then he like starts to walk like a freaking crab. He grows legs like a crab and starts walking away. I was like, okay, okay. Also, like freaking okay. Wait, hold up. Okay. Um. Anyway, sorry, I had to do something real quick. Where was I? Nowhere. Groot getting his head decapitated. Yeah, you think he's dead, but like no, he starts crawling away like a spider, or like a crab more likely. Then you go see Rocket, and he's like cause like Adam Warlock hit him like so hard, or like something hit him super hard, where like he's like paralyzed kinda, and like you think he's gonna die, and like they get like a freaking med, or Star Lord gets like a or Chris Pratt, Peter Quill, Star Lord, Chris Pratt, yeah. Star Lord gets a med thing, a med kit thing, which was just something I'll refer you later. I think that's what they're called, like the yeah that. Um, yeah. He gets like a but it's like a whole vest thing, and he like wears it, and like he just gets electrocuted, making the thing worse, killing Rocket even more by accident. Um, yeah. Shit. I don't know how long this review is gonna be. Like, please don't. If I have comments turned on, please don't hate comment. I literally don't know how to explain it. I'm only freaking 16. Like, come on. But yeah, it's emotional. It's so hard to actually remember like the movie for some reason for me, like straight out. Um, but yeah, there's stuff. I'm just gonna go over stuff that I remember at this point. Um, okay. At the new Earth, the fake Earth, the copy of Earth with with a bunch of furries on it. Uh, yeah, the Earth with a bunch of furries, the High Evolutionary, since he knows that the Guardian ship is on it, he basically blows it up. Um, but like before that, before it like completely blows up, since Star Lord is super mad because Rocket is basically dead at this point, like his life is like slowing down, like he's like dead, basically. Um, and like he has like High Evolutionary like freaking completely like, oh, you don't want to start a fight? Why are you so angry? Like, cause this is supposed to be the perfect society. Like what the hell? Like, shut up already, you stupid black man. I'm kidding. Don't. No one clip it, please. I don't want to be canceled. Okay. Anyway. Uh. um. But yeah. But Groot hides like Star Lord's gun is in his chest, and he goes like, and then like he starts shooting everyone. Like in the trailer, like there's like a bunch of arms and crap coming out of Groot, and like yeah, he starts shooting the people around him, and then like Star Lord gets his gun, starts shooting also. Um, it's so hard to remember now, but like uh, this one person that was working for the High Evolutionary is like, um, oh, spare my life, please, I beg of you. And then like Star Lord doesn't shoot him, and he's like, you actually did, thank you. And then he's like, oh, you shouldn't say that yet. And then like grabs him and like completely like in the trailer, it's when he like tackles him out the window, and he's like falling towards like the earth. And yeah, oh my god, like, and then like High Evolutionary. Oh yeah. Peter throws a bomb like before this part, but like Peter throws a bomb at the High Evolutionary, meaning it like blows up all that shit around him, and like oh my gosh, like so like High Evolutionary uses his powers to completely move all the rubble, but like after he sees like Groot's like, oh no fam, I'm out of here, and like jumps out the window with Peter. But like as they're falling, Groot catches up to Peter slash Star Lord and grabs him while he's holding the freaking guy, like, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. But um so yeah, then Groot grows wings. I'm sorry, what? Are you Batman now? Like, hold up, what? Yeah, but like he grows wings and like Batman's it out there like and like hovers, but like he still ends up like killing the guy that Peter or like Star Lord is holding. Like, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Deaths. I'm just gonna go over deaths. Why not? It's so hard to explain, but like I'll explain their deaths as I go on. Rocket. I know what you're saying, but like everyone says that no one dies. Yeah, I get it. Like no one dies. Yeah, like okay, yeah. No one like none of the Guardians like truly die. Actually, not really, but like yeah, not really. Well, technically Rocket dies, but Rocket dies has his heart flatline. Is my phone about to fall? My phone about to fall. Yeah, Rocket flatlines. He's dead. He's in heaven, and like Star Lord. That's like the part of the trailer where everyone was like, "Oh, who's dead now?" I'm kidding, but like everyone reacted like when they see like Chris Pratt slash Star Lord like crying but screaming at the same time. Yeah, like Chris Pratt is like can't believe like can't like accept that Rocket is dead. So like he officially like he was like oh my god, and like in like heaven, Rocket is like sees Lila and his friends. And he's like they're like oh yeah we've been flying around, and then he's like oh can I join you guys, like meaning that he's like accepting his own death. Um, and then Lila's like, yeah. And then like as soon as he starts walking over, she's like, but not today. Because like he gets revived and like, holy crap, he got revived. Wow, cliche. Yeah, no one cares. Anyway. But yeah, he gets revived. Sorry if like the audio is horrible, by the way. But yeah, he gets revived by luck. True love's kiss. I'm kidding, no. But yeah, he like completely like gets back up and like alive because like the Peter put on like the freaking reverberator type belt thing or like shirt like I don't know vest and like he like actually starts his heartbeat again. Yeah, but what else? Okay, other deaths. Aisha has this part where it's like when they're bombing the planet, Aisha's in or the Aisha, the high priest, Aisha, I think that's her name. She's like the golden chick that's like really hot. I'm kidding. Aisha's in her ship, like waiting for Adam Warlock to retrieve Rocket, like bring him back, so then she can bring him to Adam, or not Adam. She waits for Adam Warlock to bring Rocket back to her ship, so then they can bring him to the High Evolutionary, and like in the process of the bombing, Adam Warlock like knows his mother. He's like, oh crap, I need to save my mom, like every cliche hero ever. You know, Warlock is a bad guy. And then like he's like flying over there, and then right as he gets to the ship blows up and like sending Adam Warlock flying backwards, and like I think it was knocking him out. I don't know though. But yeah, oh god, that's like completely screwed over. Okay, High Evolutionary. So there's this part where Rocket's freeing every animal on the ship towards the end, and like after he's having this touching moment of Rocket like seeing raccoons and then finding out he's a raccoon and saving baby raccoons, like the High Evolutionary like I think is like, no, you're not leaving, like cliche crap, and then like completely starts going at Rocket, and like he like messes him up. He couldn't like because like it's like the High Evolutionary has telekinesis, but no, it's his suit he's wearing. So he's like moving Rocket, like slamming him all over the place, and then eventually, Rocket like activates like these boots that he has, like he just got, and then it was like gravity or like magnetic, and he's like, you stupid, I think he's like, you're an abomination, and then Rocket's like, no, and then like turns on his boots and he's like sticks to the ground. He's like, no, I'm Rocket Raccoon, and then like shoots him, and then all the Guardians show up and like starts like freaking up the High Evolutionary, and then like eventually like they like get him to the ground, and then like Gamora, I think it was, unless it's not Gamora, but I'm pretty sure it's Gamora. I don't remember who, but like one of the Guardians like tears off his face, but like because he was wearing some fake flesh. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh wait. That could have been bad. Unless I completely just screwed up my video and like flipped it upside down. So now you have to watch it upside down because I'm a freaking douchebag. Anyway, but yeah, they knock him to the ground. Gamora, I think it was, peels off the freaking High Evolutionary's fake face, and like all you see in there is his true form after Rocket fricked him up. He's missing his nose. He's like no skin on his actual face. He's missing a part of his cheek here. Like you can see his teeth like that. His eyeballs are red. It makes me like sick like thinking about it. But yeah, he's like fricked up. All right. This death, it wasn't even a death, it was a fake out, and I was like, okay, got me super hard in the theaters. That's when that was the one, or like the second thing that made me like actually like start going, okay, hold it together. But yeah, Star-Lord, like drops his Zune. Like, okay, they're rescuing a bunch of kids off of the ship of High Evolutionary's ship, and like the portal disconnects, and Star Lord, like the whole Guardians are like running, running off of like their ship, like off the High Evolutionaries to get onto theirs, and like there was a vacuum seal, and now it's like done. So like they get on, and except for Peter slash Star Lord, um, so oh my god, it's so hard to remember, but like Star Lord like is like running, and then his Zune I think falls out of his pocket. I think it was either something up here or like down there, um, but yeah, like it falls out, and he's like, oh shit, and then he like turns around and like runs for the Zune, I think it was, because he doesn't have a Walkman anymore. And then like since he turned around, he's like, okay, and then grabs it, picks it up, and then like that's when the ship like finally detaches from the High Evolutionary ship. They're like, there's nowhere, because they bring nowhere all the way over there for some reason, because like it can move for some reason. Like it's like a huge ass rocket ship thing, spaceship, and yeah, they bring it over there. It detaches, and then he's like, so he's falling, right, and then he lands on the ground, and like, and then he starts running. He like as he's running, he stops like for like a split second to rip off a wire off the wall, and it's like a huge freaking thing. I think it's a wire. It was like a gas thing. I don't know. And then like he's running, and then he jumps out the ship, and you know space, like it'll kill. Apparently, if you've seen in like any other movies, like the first or the second, you die once you go into space. Like you start to turn like it looks icy. I think that is pretty sure it's ice. You freeze, I think it is. But yeah, so he goes off, and then like he jumps out into space, and his he takes the wire. He's running with the wire, and then like he jumps out, and then like I think he lets go of something. Like the wire is sending him launching. He's like, oh, I was like, okay. So my reaction to this was like, oh yeah, let's go. But like then he hits a piece of debris, stopping him dead in his tracks, and then you see him start to freeze, and then I was like, oh, like he's gonna die. And so Groot uses his branches to reach out for him, and like I was like okay, they're not gonna kill him. But then like mid like going to get Peter, his Groot's branches freeze, and like they snap off, and I was like oh no. And that's when I started to tear up, and like Peter at this point is like the freeze, he starts to puff up. Like I was like, oh, he's like actually like dying, like frozen. He's like puffed up, like not when you like get a wart and it's like wow, just a tiny dot, like puffed up, like looking like the Michelin Man looking motherfucker, or like Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. That's literally what he looked like, but blue and frozen. I was like, okay. And then Adam Warlock saves the day. Like he gets Pete into the ship where he's still frozen for a second. Or like I think it's like Mantis is crying. I think, or she starts to, and like they're all sad. And then Peter like is like, and like starts breathing, and he says, did that look cool? Which is like an ongoing joke in the movie, which is it's kind of funny. But like I was like, so they're just getting rid of this sad scene, but like warming scene with some comedy. I mean, that's cool and all, but like what? And then the Guardians split up. I'm kidding. So everyone hugs Peter and crap, and then Adam Warlock is just standing there like, what the hell? And so like Adam Warlock joins in, and then Gamora didn't even join in the hug. She literally just walks off. She's like, okay. Then they actually do go their separate ways. Peter goes back, or like Star-Lord goes back to Earth and says he's done. Mantis goes off to some planet, I don't know where, but like yeah, goes off so she can find herself. And then Drax like starts tearing up from this because like meaning, or I think it's meaning that like he actually started developing feelings for Mantis, which is sweet. So when everyone hears that like Star-Lord is quitting the Guardians, but like he's not quitting at the same time, he's just like done for now. He gives his leadership role to Rocket, and like the Guardians, the new Guardians, are like the new official Guardians of the Galaxy are Rocket, Kraglin, Groot, Cosmo, and this one girl I don't remember the name of, but yeah, that's them. And that's all I can remember basically, except for the end credit scenes. Yeah, you heard me. All right, so you get a glimpse of the new Guardians, and it's like it's I mean, it's not sad. I'm sorry, allergies. But it shows the new Guardians at this planet, and then it's like the Guardians listening off their favorite singers and songs, and like Rocket's like, oh, this is mine. This one's pretty, or like I think he says this is pretty special, and then he plays it, and it's "Come and Get Your Love." I think it is. Yeah, "Come and Get Your Love" from the first one, and like then these like horde of something, I think it was like aliens, come running towards him, and he's like, all right. Kraken's like, guys, I got this. And then like Rocket's like, oh, it may go a lot faster if you have us with you. And he's like, so then like Kraglin like starts whistling, and I think that is like they all like, it's like that's the end of the post credit scenes. They start running towards the horde of aliens, not xenomorphs. Shut up. They're not going to do a combined movie unless they are. Please don't do it. And then the second end credit, or like the end credit scene, is just Peter eating. Just literally just Peter eating cereal with his dad talking about his overweight son, like his grandfather's overweight son that's 45 years old, and like why he's like not mowing the lawn, and like why like Peter's grandfather, Jason Quill, like it's literally his name's Jason Quill. Jason Quill is making Peter slash Star-Lord mow the lawn. So